Assalamualaikum. Today our group will be presenting on project proposal for biological consulting service for Majlis Bandaraya Shah Alam. Our company name is Bio Consultant Corporation and our logo is designed with a picture of a plant in a round bottom flask, which means we emphasize the concept of environmental friendly, where every activity we do always think about how to conserve the environment while meeting customer needs in delivering biological consulting service. Our company is funded on 5 May 2013, which means we have been operated for 9 years in this field. Bio Consulting Corporation operates with the aim to provide services to the public that specialize in biological consulting services and also well known as experts in providing technical advisors on issues relating to terrestrial biology, which known as multidisciplinary consulting, that provides services including planning and environmental problem solving to our client. The vision of our company is to become Malaysia's leading organisation consultancy and recognized with strong leadership, cutting-edge technology and great outcomes, while the mission of our company is to provide high-quality products and value-added services to customers around the globe, maintain our professional standing in the consulting and advising project, and provide the greatest quality and safety standard with a focus on the environment and sustainable development. This company has 4 different departments, namely Management Department, Technical Department, Human Resource Department and Finance Department. Next, for the terms of payment, our company has chosen the net 30 terms method for years now, which means the client or customer need to make the payment to our company 30 days respectively from the issue date of the customer's receipt invoice. Our company also applies paperless bills as it is more convenient and flexible to the customer and saves a lot of time and cost. Other than that, Bio Consultant Corporation also has developed an effective and efficient online catalog and ordering website that are convenient for the customers with user-friendly design to provide a good customer experience in ordering and making payment of our products and services. Next, we also have identified some of the company that become our competitor in these businesses. However, we are sure with the advantages available to our company, such as experienced employees in their areas of expertise, reasonable service prices, and providing high quality services to customer, and also the implementation of a more environmentally sustainable company in our work process can differentiate our company with the others. Moreover, services provided by our company will be followed in any aspect contained in Environmental Quality Act in order to improve the effectiveness of our laboratory management system. In 2018 and 2020, our company has received the award of Outstanding High Performance Company. The certification and award has been recognized by Green Sustainable Co. and has been listed as a trusted organisation providing the best consulting services in the stated year.
Next, for the organizational chart, I'm going to introduce our Bio Consultant Corporation teams. First, the President and Chief Executive Officer is Datuk Mustafa Kamal, while the Project Manager of Bio Consultant Corporation is Muhammad Syafiq Syahmi bin Mat Nasir. Nur Andi Zulaika binti Nur Azmi as Financial Manager of our organisation, and Nur Lailin Aimi binti Muhammad Syed as our Technical Manager. Next, the Management Manager is Nur Isa Alwani binti Daud and Putri Nurin Atira binti Muhammad Sofian as the organisation's Human Resource Manager.
Our client, Majlis Bandaraya Shah Alam, requested us to do vegetation management and advancing open space toward reducing fire hazard. Thus, we propose a project that emphasizes on environmental treatment and services as well as considering the fire hazard issue. So in this project, we focus on 3 main objectives. The first objective is to provide consulting and analytical service on environmental concern to the client. The second objective is to develop interventions in addressing fire threats while recognizing environmental problem. And the last objective is to provide guidelines for effective vegetation management in order to improve the overall property safety of the customers.
Next, for the management section, for the description of work tasks, our organisation Bio Consultant Corporation is equipped with responsible, determine and efficient teams to ensure the success and completion of this project. Members are assigned to teams based on their area of expertise to ensure that every member is working efficiently to fulfill the need of the customer. The project manager is critical to the success of the project implementation to ensure that each member is completing their duties effectively and provide a good channel of communication between top and bottom management. The technical department's tasks center upon giving technical advice for this project concerning terrestrial biology issues. They must guarantee that the expert provide adequate advice for reducing fire hazard as well as vegetation management. The technical team will identify and create a plan to conserve and safeguard the native tree from removal during vegetation management while performing technical tasks. Following that, the management department is concentrating on the project progress. They manage documents including biological assessment report, native tree protection plans, and other related reports by assessing and evaluating them to ensure that they meet the requirements. Furthermore, the teams will undertake observation of the project development in order to ensure the achievement of the project objective doesn't harm the environment and also identify potential hazard if any. Next, the financial department is in charge of controlling the project costs and finance. They will determine the cost of the labor required for this project, the supplies required to complete the task, the rental of the equipment and facilities, overhead costs, consultant, subcontractor, and also profits. It is critical for the finance department to evaluate expenditure and propose budget on a regular basis to ensure that money is managed appropriately and that any financial concerns are avoided. Lastly, the human resource team is in charge of delivering relevant trainings to the city's employees as needed so that they are equipped with new skills and knowledge. They are also in charge of appointing a qualified principal biologist, an assistant biologist, and a license for contact with the city. As a result, the allocated department will efficiently complete all of the work tasks delegated to assure the project completion. This project major goals is to provide technical expertise and advice. It is critical to guarantee that the deliverables produced meet the needs of the customer. As a result, Bioconsultant Corporation has recognized the customer's need to be produced at the end of the project. The goals of this project is to reduce fire hazards while keeping the charm and characteristic that open space in the city bring to the community. The project benefits not only the community but also the environment. Our organization will ensure that the city's environment is safeguarded and conserved as well as that vegetation management. Furthermore, we will ensure that only undesired vegetation such as weeds and bushes are removed in order to protect the city's asset while striving to reduce the fuel loads. Thus, Bioconsultant Corporation will ensure that the city's park and open spaces preserve their charm and attract more tourists as a result of their well-protected and appealing nature. Thus, the community and tourists will feel safer because any unwanted problem and events in park and open spaces will be reduced as the result of the measurement that we implemented. The project schedule outline what the organization must do, what resources must be used and utilized, and the project's deadline. It is also predicts the duration for each activity by estimating the start time and needed completion time for the total project as specified by the customer's request. The project started on 1st September 2022 until 31st August 2024, a 2-year period. Thus, Gantt chart, responsibility matrix, and network diagram is used to show the durations, activities for the projects, and also responsible person of the task in this project.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I am Noriza Alwani and I will continue to explain the other element in management section, which is project organization. So from this part, we will get to know what is the roles of every department head in completing this project proposal. This project will be led by Shafiq Shahmi, who is positioned as the project manager. He will plan and schedule the tasks and activities and then be responsible in monitoring the progress. Shafiq will ensure the time set estimates for each task are realistically and based on the project team's capabilities to make sure the project is delivered on time and within the budgets. Furthermore, he also will act as the central problem because he needs to take immediate actions or adjustment efficiently to any changes in the cost or progress changes during the project's implementation. Other than that, Nurani Zulaika will be the leader in the finance department as the financial manager. She is in charge of the project's financial health. This includes supervising cash flow, reporting and revenue, and also project expenses. She will assist the department to manage the budget for the project by gathering and analyzing data to identify the areas that need improvements and offer solutions to make sure the project is according to the budget. Besides that, Nurlailin Aimi will be responsible for the technical aspects in this project as the technical manager. Lailin's role focuses on leading the project's team and work hands-on with the project that involving technology. She needs to monitor the company's technology system to keep running and be able to make improvements to the system when it is needed to complete the project in time. In addition, Lailin collaborates with the technology development team in order to analyze the effectiveness and integration of the computer information system (CIS), as well as to report to the project management on the development, implementation and progress of the project's CIS. Furthermore, the management department is headed by Nuriza Alwani, which is myself, who holds the position as management manager. I plays a role in guiding development, maintenance and allocation of resources processes to achieve the objectives of the project. Besides, as the management manager, I am responsible for setting the appropriate goals and actions that need to be taken in the planning process. My position also needs me to evaluate the performance of the employees on a particular project and take necessary actions to improve the performance. Last but not least, we also have a human resource department in our project organization. The department is led by Putri Nurin Atira as she holds the position of human resource manager. Putri will play an important role in planning, directing and coordinating the administrative functions in the company. The human resource manager is responsible to recruit, hire, support and retain the employees in the company and identify the ways to ensure that the company maximizes the value of each employee and used as efficiently as possible. The employees with lack of skills will be sent off to training and development programs to enhance their knowledge and improve their skills in each field so that they can contribute better in the company. Next, we also have related experience of our company in management section. So, Bio Consultant Corporation is led by 5 experts in their respective fields who have contributed their ideas, skills and experience particularly on environmental management. As a result of this combination experts, our company has provided the best consulting services to overcome the problems faced by our clients. Therefore, the work carried out by each employee under each department is very efficient, with integrity and has a high level of accountability in ensuring that each task assigned is completed within the allocated time. Having great leaders and employees in one company has indirectly made our company one of the best consulting companies in Malaysia. Due to long experience in the field of consulting, our company has received many offers and given trust from clients to provide our services in their projects since the year of our establishment in 2013. As such, we have received certificates and awards of excellent and high-performing companies in 2018 and 2020 from the Green Sustainability event. Thus, our company will always provide the best service to help our customer solve their problems related to the environment, especially terrestrial biology. The last element under the management section is equipment and facilities. Among the equipment and facilities listed are stationery, files, laptop and computers, office equipment, safety kits, mobile phones, projectors, and a strong internet connection. As for stationery, it is the need for employees to perform all tasks and can facilitate employees to complete assigned tasks. For example, papers, pens, pencils, highlighter, and corrector. Next is files. So we use files to keep all documents related to the project throughout the project journeys and to facilitate the search for the required documents. As for laptop and computer, it is to ensure that employees can obtain information related to the project accurately and make the work process smoother. For office equipment, it works for the comfort and convenience of employees throughout the completion of assigned tasks, such as chairs, tables, printers, and fax machines. Other than that, safety kit is also needed as preparation for use in an emergency situation if there are any undesirable things happening, for example, minor injuries such as wounds. Furthermore, mobile phones is also an important tool because it is aimed to facilitate communication between employees to ensure that assigned tasks can be completed properly and to avoid misunderstandings when completing tasks. Another important tool is projector. It is used for presentations during meetings with project members as well as our clients. With the projector, the presentation task will be clearer and easier to understand for all parties. Last but not least, internet connection is also very important facilities and tools because it is for the process of collecting data and information as well as to ensure that each task assigned can be completed properly according to the actual plan.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mama Syamsi bin Manasir as the project manager of this proposal. So, I will explain about the technical section. The technical section is in order to guide a project to completion and provide support for our team members. The technical section is fundamental to the conception, development, and execution for our people, for our project. Technical project management skills provide a vital sight into our organization rules, organization runs, and how we earn money and sustain sustainable growth today and in the future. It necessitates a wide range of competences, knowledge, and understanding of the several areas of the organization. The technical section allow us to create mitigation strategies based on a detailed analysis of the unexpected risks that a project experience through project cycle projection, as well as examining alternate strategies while identifying all important daily operation to describe solution for reduce the losses. So the next is to planning of technical activities. First of all, to ensure all the project runs smoothly, our organization, Bio Consultant Corporation, perform planning of technical activities for the team members, as well as estimation of time and resources for all the activities. Support is also given to the administrative project management in the broader project planning. This entails gathering requirement among client and stakeholders in order to meet the demand of the customer. Next, considering the prevention is the most crucial and essential aspect of any risk management approach. It is critical to analyze and assess the hazards that might cause a fire during project execution. Fire safety is described as a collection of the technique for preventing or averting the occurrence of fires, as well as managing the growth and consequences of the accidental or purposeful fire while limiting consequence loss to an acceptable level. Moreover, the inability to properly maintain vegetation can also result in a hazard, such as a wildfire or open burning, and utilities may be held accountable for any property damage caused by the wildfire if their equipment was a contributing factor to the fire in some manner. An energy company lost nearly $7 billion when its equipment was discovered to implicated in a wildfire. Another was responsible for up to $15 billion in property damage, and yet another utility stock dropped 13% a week after its equipment was implicated in the wildfire, according to the New York Times. Furthermore, the failure to properly manage the vegetation may result in the loss of human life if not addressed. There were 12 wildfires that killed 18 people in October 2017, 8 of it which were caused by a lack of sufficient vegetation control. The flames were caused by utilities, and 8 of the deaths were caused by a lack of the appropriate vegetation control. Last but not least was the how to improve the website for digital or informational purposes. It is one of the most significant advantages of having a website because it is available to anybody from any location at any time. Customer may visit your website and partake of your service or obtain that information they want even while your business is closed, which is one of the most important factors in determining the value of a website in a business. To add on, frequent answer questions, which is FAQs, are the most often used on media social or even the website in your company system. All of the most frequently asked questions from the customer are answered on the website, saving you both the time and resources while also providing client with exact and relevant data. Next, we go to the cost section, which under the 7.0 chapter, 7.0, which is cost section. So the cost section were the section where we make the budget allocation that we use in our project. The cost portion refers to the design estimate of all the overall expenditure on the project undertaken. This section is an important aspect of the project implementation, and it used to find out how much it costs for each stage for each of the project. Apart from that, it is also important to avoid any unnecessary expenses throughout the project being developed and to allocate the right amount in the budget. Labor expenses, materials price, and all the operating costs will be included in the project budget and recorded for storage. So the total allocation for this project is 1 million ringgit Malaysian. So therefore, we have included a calculation budget for the planned project as shown in the table below. So we move on. This next slide is 7.1. This is labor. So this we got a column of manager and non-managerial and quantity, project budget, and total ringgit Malaysia. So for the labor, which is me, project manager, and other manager, which is financial manager, technical manager, human resource manager, management manager, and for the employee. So the project budget which 4,500 times 24 months is equal to 108,000 ringgit for the project manager, and all for the manager is same amount, which is 3,000 ringgit times by 24 months, we get a 72,000 ringgit. And for the employee, we got 10 of it employees, which is 1,000 ringgit per month times 24 months, and the total is 288,000 ringgit total. Ringgit measure. So we move on to another slide, which is 7.2, which is equipment. So equipment is, we got an item for the office equipment, stationery supply, and safety equipment. So the total of the allocation budget for this, all the item is 39,000 ringgit, 629 ringgit Malaysia. So for the office equipment, we got such as desk, chair, computer, fax machine, printer, telephone, and shredder. So the stationery supply we got such as paper, stationery, envelope, and A4 file. So for the safety equipment we got such as a first aid kit and fire extinguisher. So we move on to 7.3, which is overhead. Overhead is we got as item, quantity, and price, duration, and total. So for the overhead, we got a item which is transportation fuels and utilities. So the price for transportation fuels, which is 500 and 450 ringgit Malaysia. For the utilities, 500 ringgit. And for the duration, both of the item which is 24 months, and with times by the price is for the transportation fuel is 8,400 ringgit, and for the utilities is 12,000 ringgit. Next is contingencies fund. For the description is we got the risk and insurance. So the quantity for risk is 1, insurance is 15, and for the project budget is risk we got a 2,000 ringgit, and for the insurance which is for one insurance is 150 ringgit time by 30, and then we got the total which is total for the both description is 6,500 ringgit. So the second last is a project budget, so which is a description for the project budget such included for the labor, equipment, overhead, and contingencies fund, which I explained before this. For the total for the labor is 684,000 ringgit Malaysia, and for the equipment is 39,629 ringgit Malaysia. For overhead 20,400 ringgit Malaysia, and for the contingencies fund is 6,500 ringgit Malaysia. So for the total of the project budget is 750,529 ringgit Malaysia. So for the last for my presentation, which is project profit, which is under 7.6, and for the description, project profit is same to the total given budget minus for the total project budget. So for the total given budget is 1 million ringgit Malaysia, and for the total project budget is 750,529 ringgit. So the project profit is 249,471 ringgit Malaysia. Thank you.
Now, I will continue the presentation on the risk analysis of the project. In general, risk analysis has been defined as the process of determining the likelihood of a risk occurring in a project. It investigates the unpredictability of possible risks and how they might affect the project's time, quality, and cost if they materialize. Risk management solutions for large-scale projects may require considerable thorough planning for each risk to ensure mitigation strategies are in place if problems develop. Risk management may be as basic as prioritize list of high, medium, and low priority hazards for smaller projects. Therefore, Bio Consulting Corporation has identified a few of risks that could occur when performing the task and develop a response plan to the risk. The first risk we have identified in the risk analysis is the high number of errors in the budgetary plan, and the consequences of this risk could be lead to the incorrect budget plan for the project's budget. As for the likelihood of occurrence and degree of impact for the error budget is categorized as high. Besides, the action on trigger of this risk is to provide a detailed and systematic financial report, and the response plan is to develop a detailed plan. Anis is the one that in charge of this risk. The second risk is insufficient equipment, and it will lead to the employees unable to complete the report in time. The likelihood of occurrence of this risk is medium, but the degree of impact for the insufficient equipment is categorized as high. Inspection of the equipment is the action on trigger, and the person in charge is Putri. We have come up with the response plan to regularly count each equipment received to ensure sufficiency of the equipment. As for the third risk, lack of commitment among the staff members is also included in the risk analysis. Lack of commitment among staff members may lead to the progress of the work process in the project becoming slower. Thus, the likelihood of occurrence of this risk is low, but the degree of impact is medium. Brief employees to forge closer ties is the action on trigger and is in charge by me, myself. The response plan is to do activities in groups and prepare the training program for the staff. Other than that, the risk of project delay is the concern in implementing this project. The cost of the project may be overrun and lead to the project failure. The likelihood of occurrence of this risk is medium, while the degree of impact is high. Hence, what needs to be done is to determine the root cause of the delays, and the response is meetings and discussions on the problems that arise. The person in charge of this risk is Iza. Beside that, the fifth risk we analyze is the heavy rain. The consequences of heavy rain is that we are unable to conduct meetings and appointments. As for the likelihood of occurrence and the degree of impact, both are categorized as high level. The action on trigger is to check on weather forecasting and prepare a backup plan such as a virtual meeting as the response plan, which is in charge by Shafiq. Last but not least, the last risk we analyze in the project is the data breach, which leads to loss of clients' trust. The likelihood of occurrence of this risk is medium, while the degree of impact is high. Therefore, we decided to tighten the company's device system as the action on trigger by create specialized software to store all important data as the response plan. The person in charge of this risk is handled by me, Lailin. The third step is to collect data on the project's actual performance. It includes documenting the exact time each activity began and when each activity was completed. This is done to ensure that real performance at all levels is in accordance with the standards, as well as to keep budgets and schedules on track. This procedure also brings a huge impact in cost management, since it uses a data-driven approach to continually assess if expenses are staying within budget. The management manager will be in charge of ensuring that all progress is documented, whereas the financial manager will be in charge of preparing financial statements, company activity reports, and forecasts, as well as advising the management manager on financial decision. These insights enable project managers to be aware of budget and milestone variance at all times, providing chances for corrective action. The final step in the control system is to take corrective action if necessary. In this process, once the estimates have been calculated and the schedule have been corrected, both need to be compared to the basic plan of the project, and the estimates are then analyzed to obtain variance. In the process of correcting action, the project manager is the person responsible for handling it where the problem is identified, find the root of the problem and reason for the problem to occur, and then the way to solve the problem is also being discovered using certain measures. With the corrective action taken by the project manager, there is no delay in the project completion process that can cause losses. In the bioconsultant project, the expected allocation does not exceed 1 million ringgit, and therefore the project can be completed more quickly according to the schedule that has been prepared in detail to avoid any corrective action that needs to be done to save time. Next, I will explain the control system of this project. A control system is defined as a device system that manages, directs and controls the behavior of another system to achieve a desired result. Bioconsultant Corporation, taking into account the control system as a reference to determine project performance, set standards to be achieved in running the project, and also be an important component to implement corrective action. There are several processes of project control that need to be followed to ensure that this control system runs well. The first project control process is establishing the baseline plans. It is important to have a baseline plan in the project as it will be the reference to measure and compare the actual performance with the planned performance, as well as in order to monitor the project progress over time. Generally, a baseline plan consists of three components, which are scope, schedule and cost. This is where the goal of this project is to advance the town's efforts within town-owned parks and open space towards reducing fire hazard while retaining the charm and characteristics that open spaces bring to the community. As requested by the MBSA, the project will begin on 1st September 2022 until 31 August 2024 within a 2-year period, and the budget of the project should not exceed Rm 1 million in order to successfully implement the project. Furthermore, the second process of control system is performing the project. In this stage, each of the employees are responsible for performing and completing their assigned tasks for this project in a timely and efficient manner. To achieve the aims, the company will develop a task work breakdown structure (WBS) by breaking down a project into smaller components. Each deliverables is assigned to a task or set of tasks, and later this can be further subdivided to meet the needs of the project. Thus, the WBS is able to illustrate the workflow of the task and the individual that responsible to complete, as well as to make sure all employees implement this project well and efficiently.
So we have come to the conclusion, and to sum up, Bioconsultant Corporation is a company that has grown from year to year and has a lot of experience consulting with many clients since our establishment in 2013. However, our company will continue to grow and learn from the experience gained to always provide the best service to our customers, because customer satisfaction is our satisfaction as well. In addition, a good relationship with customers is also very important, and all requests from customer we always try to meet, because the demand from customers is the driving force of our company to continue to be the best consulting company in Malaysia. Finally, thank you to all the company staff who have been involved in completing this project proposal, and we hope Bioconsultant Corporation will be selected to complete this project and will always be professional as well as committed throughout the project development process carried out with Shah Alam City Council and BSA. So that is all from our group presentation today. Thank you so much.